Doink. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Um, so, ooh, more lightning. Uh, what a night. I'm getting a storm of the century up here. We need the rain, though, because we've had a drought all summer, so we need it. We just don't need it at like an inch an hour, for Christ's sakes. What the hell it is. But, Stump, what's going on? It ain't good.
Same old mess, man. The only thing changed was the date on the calendar today.
Right. Um, what's everybody up to? So, what I'm doing is, I have a, I have a bunch of, I did say Doink Bush.
Twice.
All right, Rich, sounds good, buddy. Bush, come on, me not say Doink. Come on now. Um, so there are others been invited, obviously. Rich said he'd be in soon, and that. Uh, before I go any further, I want to say hello to Uncle Carl. Um, I hope you're having a good day, Uncle Carl. I hope you do have a good day because I know you're going to watch this on Saturday. So I hope that I hope you have a good day, and then maybe I'll see you on JT. And my second, what do you call it? Public address announcement. I was talking with Working Class Woodsman tonight, and he wanted me to say hello to everybody. He's been down south, checking on the house, and everything worked out well for him. And so now he's on his way back up north. But he wanted me to say hi to everybody. And so let me shout out to Mr. Working Class Woodsman. So we'll do a little rundown of who's here so far. Who has been here. Groovy outside. What's up, brother? Of course, Stumpers in here. Bush, brother. How are you? Zach Hawkins, hello. Uh, oh, and one other. I have a couple. Actually, I have a couple more public address announcements. Driver of all. G Trapper, how are you there, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Kelly, Pox Kelly, you never, I messaged you, Kelly, you never messaged me back. Steve Bruce, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Which the tactical plumber? He's going to be on his way in here soon. Double K, what's going on, my man? Good to see you. V Borg, good to see you. And I'd like to say hello to all you guys and girls that listen in but don't necessarily comment. That's cool too. You guys all know that. 2 bits of public information. While we were off here, Mr. Tolley came in and said hi. He was working in the morning, so he couldn't come on with us. But he did want to come in and say hi to me and Stump and whoever else was going to be here. So I thank Mr. Tolley for that. Today I want to get into it. Hey, Frank, how are you? Good to see you. Mike's Tomahawk Louie. That's going to come soon, too. I'm going to do that again, too, Frank. We were talking about this. I was talking about this with Stump and Mr. Tolley before Mr. Tolley had to go. If nobody saw it, go over to Mouse Toes' channel, and they did a chat, and they did a memorial chat for Peachy, the Peachy Prepper. And as you know, and if you didn't know, Peachy has passed And so last week they did a like a memorial chat. Um, and you know what? I thought it was kind of cool, really cool. Done very well. Um, so kudos to you guys for having that chat. Uh, it was a good thing to do. It was a good thing to do. Um, what are you talking about? I can throw a tomahawk. Um, just ask my buddy working class woodsman. He'll tell you.
Throw it? Yeah. Repeatedly hit the target? No.
I was doing X. I was repeatedly hitting the target until he put me on freaking camera. As soon as he put me on camera, the first one I threw, I dropped. I'm not like, really? I said, dude, I just threw like 10 of these. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Well, for the record, most folks
In
starting
the
out,
cold, in the rain, in the wind.
put your butt at your target, walk away 7 steps, usually 20 to 21 foot. That's a good starting point for most folks.
It was a lot of fun that day. I actually haven't had a bad time. Oh, never had a bad time working class woodsman. Hey, Greg, what's going on? Um, the other public address announcement I want to let everybody know. I was emailed by my good buddy Sask Green, and Sask got a moose up in
Nice.
Canada. So congrats to Sask. He's busy as a sumbitch. That's why he hasn't been around in a while. But so that's cool. Because as we know, moose aren't the easiest animal in the world to get a lottery ticket to do. So at any rate, um,
Yeah. Let's say you're lucky enough to get that ticket to go after that moose, and then you're even luckier to actually find one and get a shot on it.
yeah,
That's a shit critter to pack out of the bushes, man.
yeah. Um, why a guy like me? I'm not up in the area. I mean, can I go find moose sign? Absolutely, I absolutely could. Does that mean they're still there? No. Um, so I would have to go with a guide. Definitely have to go with a guide. However, that is a lot of money. I'm probably thinking upwards of got to be all of $5,000. So, but anyways, uh, Trump's screwed now that Palin's backing him. But so of course the debate was the other night. Anybody watch the debate the other night?
No.
That was a lot of fun to see. At least, Mikey, what you're about right on what price? Yeah, it's about $5,000, brother. That's camp, that's food, that's lodging. They clean it, you shoot one, and they pretty much put you on one. So, but because if they're doing their job, they've been scouting since spring. Okay, so bow moose, I believe, is October or some shit like that. So, but anywho, uh, yeah, by the time you're all done, it's got to be all of $5,000. Now they cut it for you. They skin it. They do everything for you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to. I mean, obviously you can help if you want to, and I would. But You
So
know,
for $5 grand, I get to go hike up and down fucking mountains all day long
mm-hmm.
in the shitty fucking cold weather.
No, it's not cool because a lot of the guys that I watch on YouTube that do it up here in Maine, um, it's cool in the mornings, but not, you know. Um, and a lot of them on these cuts, you know, for like the forestry made.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are on roads. The only time they're going in the wilderness into the dense bullshit is to get it. Um, so they're not stalking like I stalk deer, you know. Um, that's why I watch a lot of those. But you got to remember too, you shoot 800, 900 pound moose, dude. You're not buying meat for the rest of the year.
Right?
You could feed your family and then some for the year. One moose. That's a lot of meat.
Oh hell yeah!
That's a lot of meat. Uh, Greg, you mean? You know, Greg, my thought process is, and it should hit the fan situation. If he's a hunter and I still want to eat, right? Strength in numbers, right? So the more hunters you have out there, the more food you. Well, no, 900 pounds. So Bush, I shoot a moose that weighs 900 pounds. All right, obviously the head comes out, but I'll tell you what, the cheek meat's good. Um, the hide, the bones. You have, and obviously, and that's dressed, by the way. 900's dressed. So what are you talking? 600 something pounds of friggin' meat.
I think he might be talking more like dropping one that dressed out, probably
And there,
1,000,
I
twelve
have to
hundred.
interrupt you for 1 sec, bro.
Oh yeah,
Because there is probably the nicest guy on YouTube I've ever met in my life, and I love calling him my friend. The M.I. Woodsman. How the hell you been?
right on. Good dude.
Good to see you. It's awesome. It's not good to see you. It's awesome to see you. It's awesome to see you. I'm sorry, Stumper. Go ahead. Oh, I'm psyched now that the M.I. Woodsman's here. Totally psyched.
Well, I was saying I think he's probably talking about dropping something a little bigger than what you were, because I mean, just my guess, a critter that big, you know, you're gonna get 900 pounds of meat,
Right.
bones and hide. You're looking at. I was saying I think he's probably talking about dropping something a little bigger.
Hi, Sandy.
Hey, Miss Sandy,
Hello, Miss Dish.
who showed up? Hey,
Um,
Michelle. Yeah, they're both here. Hey, lady.
I am I am so glad she's doing well. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, M.I. Woodsman. That's awesome. Um, Sandy, how are you? G-Trap, it's almost time for you to start doing your scout and stuff, right? I was going to ask Steve if Steve came in, if he's done anything for his trapping season yet. I see, what's his name's already trapping. Fair. All right, I'll take that, Sandy. I hope, you know, as we go along tonight, I hope we can turn your fair into funny and make you laugh a little bit, okay?
That's right.
Because things do get funny as soon as Steve gets here, you know what I mean? Just looking at it makes you funny.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Weapons, what's up? Nice that you saw snow falling in Weapons. That's awesome.
Where?
Weapons saw some snow falling. He said that he saw some very light snow falling tonight.
Or going up a mountain path or something?
I don't know. I'm sure when the what do you call it hits him, he'll let you know. The delay, he'll let you know. So what's everybody up to?
Made a couple round trips to the landfill today. That's about it for me.
Awesome. Yeah, I drove today. I went through. I was in Rhode Island today, so that was cool. It was an all right week. Got to hustle around my wife. I love when my wife calls. I love when my wife calls me during the day. And hey, Shell, how are you? I didn't know that you were even here, sweetie. The last thing I got there was you were going to bed, so I wasn't even looking for you. Sorry, hon. Yeah, Bush, they can get 1550, but around here, I think the largest one ever shot in the Northeast was probably 1,050 or 1,100. That's the largest. So my wife, you guys all know, my wife and I have known each other since I was like 15. And so she calls me and says, "So what are you doing, hon?" I said, "Are you at school?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I didn't hear any kids screaming and all that bullshit like you would at school." And she said, "No, I'm sitting here cutting out this and cutting out that and cutting out witches' hats." I says, "Witches' hats?" She said, "Yeah, witches' hats." That's why you're cutting them out. You should just take one out of your closet. That didn't go over well. I thought it was fucking hilarious. But
I'm glad this week is over myself.
I know, Stump, at least you love me. Really, Michelle? Really, Michelle? Okay. She doesn't think I love her anymore, Stumper. I think she knows. I think she knows better than that. Blues Girl 65 is in the house tonight. How are you?
Yep. What's going on there, young lady?
Yeah, so the wife didn't think that was funny. I thought it was hilarious. Hey, Swamp Donkey. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Because that's what we do. We like to hustle around and shit like that. But always great to see Blues Girl in here.
Yep.
But let's do this. Michelle, you gonna hang around? Watch this now. She won't even come in. I'm gonna do what you said to do, Stumper.
Which part?
Okay. All right. You reminded me a couple weeks ago to do something.
You want me to remember something from a couple weeks ago?
No. I said I'm taking the advice.
Earlier, did you say you were feeling historic there, Stump?
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Talking, not too far back history, a week or two.
Yeah, well, see, that's kind of really messed up with me. I can read something that went on a couple hundred years ago. I can remember that. What I done myself earlier today? Shit. Give me about 3-4 weeks. I might remember it then.
So Swamp Donkey says, "Is everyone groovy?" Oh, that's like the song, right? Slow down, you're moving too fast. You gotta make the morning last just. Kicking on the cobblestone. Dootin', I'm feeling groovy. Blues, your tips, see? Awesome. Blues, do me a favor. Seriously, do me an absolute favor. You have one for me? Just like Paul wanted to say, this one's for Mikey. because Mikey doesn't indulge anymore.
Right.
All right, Sandy, we'll be.
Mike, I'm going to let you field Blues Girl's question because there's no way I can answer that and still be considered a civil human being.
Blues. I don't know. I don't know if he's taking a break from YouTube. I don't know if he's just busy. I do know that the last time I saw him and I had a little disagreement on the air, and that's the last time I saw him. All right, Shell, no problem. I didn't want you to, you know how it is, Shell. You'll always have an invite to my chat, sweetie. You're gonna wait for Dish to rub your feet? Ooh, that's true love right there. Because I love you to death, and that ain't happening. HRM weapons. Hey, driver. Weapons says the snow fell from Columbus nimbus clouds. Wind was super chilled, 68 now. Yep, that'll produce you snow. A couple cases, Uncle Kyle put a hit out on Saint.
All right.
Yeah, Blues. It wasn't like I don't listen. I don't have an issue with Saint. That night I did. I didn't ask him not to come back here. I didn't do any of that stuff. So I don't know what to tell you. I know Uncle Kyle doesn't mind, but
Stump, you have any revolvers?
Yeah.
You by chance have a Taurus?
No.
Guy that I met down there today, he just picked up a Taurus 357, and he got it dirt cheap, but he says the wheel won't advance, right? So I was just wondering. I told him to send it back to Taurus. It's got a lifetime guarantee, I imagine.
Yeah, if it doesn't want to advance right, it could be the hand. This piece that actually rotates the cylinder. It could be broke. The tip of it, or either actually internally. There's a kind of like a small accelerator cam in there. Sometimes they'll get twisted or bent or misaligned, and that can affect rotation, the timing as far as when it actually locks up or where it locks up.
Because they said it advances, but he says it advances. I don't know if he said not enough or too much, where it is not down the barrel, and he's afraid to fire it more than once and then line it up right.
Yeah, he needs to go and put that in a box and get a hold of FedEx and get their little sticker and send it back to them. Because that's definitely a timing issue, and more than likely it'll be with the hand, as they call it. It's a cheap fix, even if they make him pay for parts. I mean, it's a cheap fix.
Now, and well, since it was a private purchase, I mean, he didn't have to go through any FFL or anything like that. But if I were to send a gun back to a factory or something like that, I still have to take it to an FFL, though, right? And have them send it off?
No. Well,
but when it comes back, I have to go to have it sent to an FFL.
No, you will get a hold of Taurus, and they will give you like a PDF file to open up. Gives you packaging instructions and all like that. Get a hold of FedEx because they're usually the best as far as shipping firearms. Because UPS, you tell them you're shipping a gun, and they think you're shipping a fucking camel jockey wearing a C4 vest. But you'll send it to Taurus. They'll do all the work that needs to be done, or that you told them to do, and then they ship it right back to FedEx, and you go to them, and they usually have it in a storage locker of some sort, or the ones around here. Or they'll call you when it gets there, and you go pick it up. There's not an FFL required because it's not a transfer of title of the firearm or anything involved. I mean, it's your gun. You're just sending it to be worked on, even if it's out of state. You still don't have to go through an FFL.
Okay. Well, that's good news.
I hear there's great property up in Massachusetts, Blues.
The property may be nice, but just where it's at, all the folks that are there with it, kind of you seem to have a lot of those grumpy folks that even you like to call them assholes there, Mikey.
Yeah. Hey, K-Bar user, how are you? Tom, I hope he's still there,
Tom!
but the MI Woodsman is here tonight. He was earlier. Hopefully he's still listening. So isn't that cool? Look at that. Two icons of YouTube, K-Bar user and the MI Woodsman. That's awesome.
Right on.
That's friggin' awesome. He certainly is, K-Bar. He certainly is. Too cold, Blues. Oh, come on, hon. You just roll up, you get yourself a nice fireplace, nice bearskin blanket, nice and toasty. I can't wait till it gets cold so I can go ice fishing. Dish was making fun of me a couple of weeks ago because she said I was cold. And I said, well, what's he going to do when I thought he likes ice fishing. He must not. Well, see, first of all, I wasn't dressed for the chill that we had. Two, when I go ice fishing, I am dressed like I'm going to frickin' Antarctica. As far as I'm concerned, Blues, it did. G and I are cool. I have no problem with G.
Right on.
Right, Stumper? I don't.
Yeah, I spoke with him, and as far as he's concerned, or any of us are concerned, it's history, and ain't no need in dwelling in the past,
Tom, I meant icon as in, everybody knows who the hell you are. You know what I mean? That's what I meant by icon.
Yeah, I didn't really recognize the name. Sorry, but I went. I've been subscribed to him, so apparently.
Oh yeah, great channel.
Been here before.
He's a cool ass dude.
There he is. Johnny's back. Oh, Greg, absolutely. That's Greg. That's the only way to be, in my opinion. It's probably why I get in so much trouble at my jobs, because that's just how I am. I'm the exact same way. My boss asked me when he hired me 10 years ago, hey, Mike, what am I going to like about you? I said, I shoot from the hip. He says, that's cool. He said, hey, Mike. I go, what? He goes, what am I not going to like about you? I said, I shoot from the hip. You know what I mean? So I do my best not to be that way with women. I do try to use tact with women. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't. But I do my best. Greg's moving in with Saint. That's awesome, Greg. Good luck, brother.
Right on.
That's awesome. So I'm looking at this thing, funny things, funny quotes and everything. Funniest tweet, one of the funny tweets is, don't cry for him, your mascara is too expensive. Okay, bite me. What was the other one? Some of the pictures here I can't really. Oh, in the headlines, this is from the, what post is this? Is this the Huffman Post? Yeah, excuse me. The Huffington Post. Man attached a flying skeleton to a drone, and people went nuts. You got to see a picture of this. It's a freaking riot. So his drone's up here, and the skeleton witch type looking thing is down here. You got to go on the Huffington Post site and just type in flying skeleton. It is a freaking riot.
I saw one in a black robe with a skeleton face. Doing it that way. Get back.
Blue girl said she's still looking hard at Hawaii.
Blues, you don't want to go to Hawaii. Blues, you don't want to go to Hawaii. You know, if you don't speak straight, people can't find them. Right on. Absolutely. So what's the topic? We don't have a topic. Go Seahawks. Swamp Donkey, you plugged in. You got a wrench? Somebody hit him over there with the wrench. Blues. Now Blues, really? You want to go drink a beer with Tia? Seriously? Come on, sweetheart. Really? With Tia? Oh. Oh. And by the way, you don't want to go to Hawaii because it's so expensive to live there. Parts of it's like Chicago is really poor and really, you know. And then, yeah, it's beautiful, but you don't want to go to Hawaii. I'm telling you, come to the Northeast. You'll enjoy the snow. No, I have no beef with T.I. whatsoever. I'm just jealous, that's all. T.I.'s a good guy. I got no problem with T.I. You hit back, Swamp Donkey? Okay. Well, let me hit me with this one. What is Herman, right? Is that his name? The safety from Seattle? Wasn't he doing one of these? Four rings, four. Didn't he lose by 4 in the Super Bowl? Sorry. I had to just get that out.
Richie came in, but I haven't heard him talk. Hello, Richie.
Okay. Is Richie here? Yeah,
Yep.
He might have. Oh, there he is. What's up, brother?
Not much.
Enjoying that rain?
Yeah, it's gone through.
Yeah, I got it. I've been having it since about 5 o'clock, 4:30 tonight, and it just stopped at around 10:15.
Yeah. We got about
10
3.5 inches.
Yeah, pretty much. Same here. You know, go Vikings. The Vikings are a good team. I took them in my pool this week, so G-Chop, I'm with you. Mike, you look just like Michelle when she dressed up like you. I'm pissing myself. Really? Well, I sent you an invite, and you don't want to be on my panel anymore, so I'm not talking to you, young lady. You know? So, go ahead, brother. What's up?
Tell him tomorrow afternoon.
Say it again.
Got the tomorrow afternoon.
Richie, you coming in all broken up, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out.
Over the bandwidth.
Yeah, one of the
Might help.
All right, Swamp Donkey. Doobie on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. So let me ask
So
a
I'm
question.
legal.
Go ahead.
Saying I'm legal for another year.
That's awesome. I have a question. So it's like bow season now, right? Stump, it's bow season down there for you, ain't it?
Yeah.
Is anybody seeing anything, hitting anything?
The other morning going to work, the old lady had 4 of them sitting here in the front yard while she was getting in the car.
Nice. I yeah. Blues, that'll be great. You'd have fun. Working Class Wisdom's a great guy. Hey NH, what's up? You seen nothing to shoot at? It's weird, huh? I follow a guy on Twitter and on Facebook, another different guy from Western Mass, and they were saying they were seeing everything, but I don't know. It's weird, and the weather's not helping out either. Oh, it's the weather
Any
sucks.
better? Any better now?
Yeah, a lot better.
My internet's all messed up. I had to shut it right off.
Um,
Yeah, so I was saying we're headed to Salem tomorrow.
New Hampshire or Mass?
No, Salem, Mass.
Oh, you want to see the witches?
Yeah, my wife likes that. So
Yeah, have fun with that.
I'm on vacation on Sunday. She's leaving for Jersey, so I
All
can
right.
put up with it on Saturday.
It's just the only reason I asked. I haven't seen. I saw a couple of doe the last time I was up in Maine. Uh, Guy I work with texts me, and it was cold this morning too, right? It was probably 39, 40, 41, somewhere in there. So it's chilly. And he texts me and he says, "Hey, there's a dead 6-pointer on the side of the road." I'm like, "How come you don't?" I said, "Grab it." He texts me back. He says, "No." I said, "Why?" Just grab it. I'll take care of it when you're at lunch. I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" Yeah, you're right, Dish. But it's not getting colder. That's the whole problem. You know. But they have to get up, right, Dish? They have to get up. They can't lay down all day, right? Don't deer have aren't deer and moose the same? They can't sit for, or they can't lay down for longer than 3 hours or 3, 4 hours, whatever the hell it is, right?
Shit. I have sat in a stand and watched a buck, kind of piss and rain, and staying in the tree waiting on him to leave so I could leave without letting him know I was leaving there. Fucker sit there 7, 8, sometimes 10 hours, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And like Dish just said, now once you first get the cold snap and they kick in on that rut, shit, man, they're running with their nose to the ground all day long and half the damn night.
Right, because that's all they want to do. Why are they any different than us?
Exactly.
Oh, then I stand corrected, and thank you, Dish. I was always told that they had to sit. They couldn't sit that long, so that's cool. I'm glad I know different now. Because now I'll just go look for beds, and I'll purposely try to jump one. You know. Cobra, what's up, buddy? Want to come and say hi? But I'm stoked. I can't wait to go. I'm just stoked. I'm excited. Hey, Gerald B, what's up? I sent you a link, Cobra. Yeah, sounds good, Blues. But what's weird is that not all the acorns are still in the friggin'. Some of them are still in the trees, which is mind-boggling to me. How the acorns can still be in the trees in October. But yeah, Tom, you're right. I normally try to sit on top of a ridge. Or right on, like I said before, the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Well, they're always coming through. Yeah, use weekends tomorrow. That's awesome. Right on, Blues. Oh, that sucks, Cheryl B. Cheryl B's Yukon is broke down, and the youth day is tomorrow up in Maine, too. I think Mass's youth day is Sunday? Next Sunday? Saturday? I believe. Good night, Frank. Good seeing you.
Right.
Another good guy on YouTube, Frank.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah. The other thing is that they're well. All right. Let me say this, and Gerald B, you're here, so you can tell me if I'm, not right. But around here, aren't they eating the beech nuts, the acorns, and all the twigs down, right? The buds.
Getting permission.
What's up?
What's going on, dude?
How is the mic working? I got a new mic here.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, cool. Just let me know. I can change the volume on it if I need to.
Oh, it's all right. You're right. You're right, Tom. I ain't right to begin with. I am not right in the head.
Driver, what's up?
Just glad this week's over.
Been working hard or what?
No, hassling with the bureaucracy of
Oh, you went and got your
DOT and
you got your CDL renewed or whatever.
yeah, well, not renewed. I had to redo my physical, but
That's right.
anymore
Yeah, that's
since
right.
they've changed everything, you've got to go down and it was a nightmare.
Yeah. See, that's why.
You got to mind your P's and Q's, because if you get upset,
Yep.
man, they can delay the shit out of you and say,
Oh,
no, you really need to go over here and fill this out, or so just grin and bear it.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
it is. The guys at FedEx luck out, driver, because they're always kept up on the on all the new rules and all that bullshit. So as soon as something comes up, because a couple of times, probably once a month or so, you'll see a flock of guys. One night a week, one guy will be on the computer after work, the other guy will be on, and they're doing all that. You can do it online now. So that's cool. They don't even have to. You know what I mean? They still.
Oh, they told me we could do it online, but they said there's no guarantee that it will be back in time before your Class A becomes a Class C.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Best way is to come down there, fill out their paperwork, make sure that they get the money, and it's done at that time, even though it's an hour and 15-minute wait when you get in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't have.
Like it.
I don't have the CDL. All I have is the what do you call it, medical card. So I don't have to worry about all that bullshit.
You don't have a CDL?
No.
Mikey, what do you drive?
Trucks?
I still drive box trucks with air brakes in it. They're just under
24,000 pounds.
They're under 24. Yeah, they were like at 22,000 instead. So
Wow.
we get a truck that's, what the fuck's that thing weigh? 11.5 tons or some shit like that. And or 11 ton or something. And that's got air brakes in it. And the other ones are just the little Isuzus with the 16-foot boxes on them.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But I would have thought that you would have needed a Class B anyway, but
No.
for being a commercial. Huh.
No. Was it 24.9 and less? They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Back in the mid '90s when I was working for Lowe's. I don't remember the size of trucks we had. We had to have a Class B. Then I wound up getting my, Class A and driving over the road for a while before I joined the Air Force. But gosh, I think I was telling Driver or commenting back to Driver. I tried to hang on to my CDL for a while, but it just got so much of a pain in the ass because I wasn't using it in the military. But I was thinking, what if I get out? That's a good thing to have, right? But so I was getting, I didn't have to do the physicals and stuff. I was able to get a waiver for that medical portion. But
even if I wasn't driving over the road or anything else, I mean, like when I was a chauffeur for 15 years, I still kept my CDL.
Yeah, a lot of
I didn't have to go take a physical and everything else.
Well,
but now, no, if you don't use that CDL, they take it away from you and give you a Class C license.
Yeah, and you still need a medical card, even though you have. See, years ago, if you had your Class A, right, you didn't need a medical card. Now everybody needs a medical card. All right, anybody that drives a commercial vehicle needs a medical card. That's federal. That's federal law. That's not state. That's federal.
That's crazy.
The other thing people don't realize is that when the weigh stations say all vehicles 2.5 tons and over pull in here, if anybody that's moving and you rent a truck from U-Haul, it's over 2.5 tons, pull your ass over because you're going to get your ass pulled over if you don't. Trust me.
Yeah, little diesel bears are gonna raid your ass like fucking Gestapo, man.
Hey, Gig Ride 19, what's up, my brother?
Hey, by any chance, am I in there somewhere?
Yes, you are, Mr. K-Bar user.
Yes, sir.
Probably not going to be able to see me, but
Nope, you're a black shadow.
Blackness.
yeah,
Darkness.
the camera's messed up.
That's awesome. How you doing?
This is the first. That's the first hangout I've got on in over 2 years.
Look at that. You picked a Quagmire to do it. How good is that?
watched that Google. I don't know what happened, but maybe all my bitching
Oh.
worked.
I did bitching, and what happened to me, Stump, when I bitched?
We're gone. Like virginity on film night, just gone.
Poof. I had power. I had internet. I had it all, and it just poof. See ya. You're done. I got Stump on the phone going, dude, there's nothing wrong with my computer.
Yep.
It's a good thing you
Gear.
said computer.
Go ahead.
It's a good thing you said computer.
Yeah. Gear, I wasn't a half hour late, was I? I'm sorry, buddy. You want land, Blues Girl? You come up to Maine. You can buy land. Where's my buddy Gerald B? Gerald B, tell this young lady what she can get for land up in Maine. Shit, they're giving it away.
Nobody wants to fucking be there.
How much is it an acre?
Oh, it all depends what.
Well, no matter where it is, you're going to have to cut down some trees. That's the only way you can find land is get rid of some trees.
It all depends where in Maine you are. You're still going to pay, but you go up north where Gerald B is, you're not paying much. You go up way north.
There's really nothing wrong with moving to a new state with good hardwood.
Well,
I tell you what, I've been kind of looking around a little bit for land in my area, but there's no damn trees here. I mean, it's all almost desolate area, right? Yeah, but they want a fortune for it. Yeah, they want a fortune for it. I just want some land where I can go set up my private shooting range, outside city limits. But I don't want to pay $10,000 an acre. I mean, come on, this is like crap land. They don't have water and nothing.
You know what they do up here? I don't know if they do it in Maine, but I know they do it in New Hampshire. If you have, they call it a view tax, okay? If you have a view of a mountain or a lake or a pond as big as a house, it don't matter. You're paying extra money.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
View tax.
Yeah.
Got to be fucking
Yep.
It's all about the view.
All right, so Gerald B is pretty far up there in Maine, okay? And he said it depends on the location. Around here, a 2-acre lot is going around 24.
Damn.
Told you it was cheap.
24 grand.
Do you know what 2 acres? You know what 2 acres will cost me here where I live in my town in Massachusetts? Holy shit!
No, how much?
It'd probably cost me about. Oh, I'd probably say about 100,000, 115,000.
Jeez.
Probably about 100,000 for a 2-acre lot. Oh yeah.
Well, even back in my hometown in West Texas, I mean, land used to be cheap out there because it's just desert. But I mean, you used to be able to pick up an acre of land for $1,000. Nowadays, it's skyrocketed as well, and it's crap land. I mean, you're getting some flat deserty land with some mesquite bushes on it.
But you see what Joe B just wrote? He said up north of him, which is north of. Let me see, how do I do this without giving it away? North of Bangor, okay? For those that are playing along at home, north of Bangor, you can pick up a 40-acre lot for less than 24.
Jesus.
Guess it depends on how far you want to drive.
Tom, is it expensive out where you are?
2-acre parcel, depending on what the neighborhood you're in, runs around 75 to 80.
Yeah, see?
I got 2 acres here. I got an acre that's cleared. I got 2.5 acres. I got an acre that's cleared with the pond, central sewer, drilled well on it. Right now it's running about 250,000.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, depending on where you are in Arkansas, you can still pick it up pretty cheap.
Yeah, and the fun thing about Arkansas and Ohio and all that is you stand on your roof and you can see Boston.
Okay.
Nobody got that, huh?
No, there's mountains in Arkansas.
It's way too
It's
flat
not
out
very
there.
high, but
It's way too flat out in the Midwest for me.
In the Midwest.
It is. Ohio's like the Midwest,
Yeah.
right? Oklahoma.
Yeah. I mean, talking about mountains. I mean,
yeah. Well, you don't really start getting into flat and plains and everything until you get on the other side of Missouri into Kansas, Nebraska,
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
No, Wyoming's got mountains.
yeah. I mean, well, you got the Rocky Mountain Range.
Rolling
So,
hills.
Right.
well, you got the Rocky Mountain Range that runs down through Wyoming, down through Texas. People don't know that Texas has some pretty high mountains.
It starts in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, where I'm at in Wyoming, of course, I'm in the crap part. So it's all, I mean, we're at 6,000 feet, but it's all, flat, deserty, some rolling hills. But yeah, you go a little bit west and, the western part of the state. And it's mountains, beautiful area, but the damn federal government has taken over most of the lands.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all national parks and crap.
They just did that up in Maine, right, Gerald B? They just put a national park up in Maine. Pissed me right the fuck right off. Part of my French, ladies. Blues, I'm sorry. Part of my French. Sandy, I'm sorry. But it did. It pissed me right off.
Yeah.
It was like everything else. It has its pros and its cons. My thing is that they keep taking up all the public land, and now there's. And my sister works for the national park too. And she works for the
Right.
government. And I say to her, I'm like, but they won't let you hunt. She says, they'll let you hunt on it. I says, yeah, but they put you in a certain spot. I goes, it's like the Mount Washington National Forest, okay? Yeah, they say you can hunt on it. You can't hunt everywhere you want. She says, well, no, you can't hunt with his people. And I'm like, nobody hunts with his people in houses, you stiff. As I'm talking about guys that had trap lines up through there and everything for years now have to give it up. It just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah.
It's the same here. I mean, land that I've hunted since I could hold a gun, you can't walk on now. People yell at me for walking around my house with a gun on my hip. But I've got copperheads, I've got rattlesnakes, I've got bear that walk out of the woods on a daily basis. And the neighbors are freaking out because I'm walking around with a 22 on my hip.
Right on.
There's really no place to hunt here.
Yeah, no, that's.
I mean, I had to do a little more research, but I mean, what's the constitutionality of the federal government owning state lands? If we're going to have parks and try to preserve the wilderness or whatever, I think it should be state controlled. That's just my personal opinion.
Yes. And my thing is that here's the other thing. So instead of getting involved in the state stuff like that, right? They allow these friggin' windmills to be put on every friggin' mountain range up here too.
Ridiculous.
And it's like, it looks like ass.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we've got some wind power up in here, and we shoot all the way from Texas up when I drive back and forth to my hometown, and
Looks dumb.
These windmills are everywhere.
It looks dumb.
But down there in Texas, you guys got like wind farms, don't you?
Oh yeah, there's some wind farms. Like I said, I'm living in Wyoming right now, and they're creeping up in here too.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, we have the helicopter mountain ranges here too, so all the tops of the mountain are covered with them stupid windmills.
Yep, you want to take a photo of a beautiful mountain range. No, hang on. There's a bunch of frickin' windmills in the way. I mean, really?
Yeah.
And
I understand, there's a place for power from windmills. So it's good technology, but
absolutely.
yeah, Like
Put it in
there's
the
places
city.
in
It's all
there's places
subsidized right
in
now.
there's places in Wyoming that those windmills can probably turn almost 24/7. But this seems like you said, they always want to put them in places where you're killing the view or the nature of
Yeah.
it.
Here's my
But
thing, right?
it's clean power, you know.
Here's my thing. Knock down, you know, I don't know, 30 or 40 friggin' crack houses, right? And put your windmills there.
Yeah. Or throw up some nuclear power
No.
plants. Be done with it.
Yeah.
Can't do
I
that.
think
They
they should go
got
nuke.
money on the track.
Right? Car Carrier says they burn lots of fossil fuels to make the windmills, too. Kind of defeats the purpose. Right on.
Oh, you got to mill that. There's a cost to making machinery for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, Wyoming is coal country. You know, it's another one of those coal countries, like a few other states, and they're just getting decimated here with restrictions. Federal government trying to shut down the coal industry. Coal, people be surprised. You know, coal powers a lot of electricity.
Oh yeah.
You know, here in the United States.
Oh yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out.
Oh, they're hurting big time.
Good night, Mr.
Mike.
M.I. Woodsman. It's always a pleasure seeing you. And thanks a million for coming in. Sorry. Yeah, he's got to take off, Tom.
I'll catch on another chat, John.
What a great guy.
If I'm stepping on anybody, sorry about that, but I'm not set up for this yet.
You're all good, Tom.
Yep.
Go ahead, Stump.
But going back to those windmills, you know, I understand it's cost effective as far as producing electricity. But here's the thing, those things have to be up and running and producing for a couple of years before they become profitable for whoever puts them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've delivered the blades on them on a few occasions.
Oh, those are some big blades.
Yeah, if you're a driver and you can get that gig, there's some money in that shit.
Yeah, the problem with that,
I believe it.
Okay, because I followed you some bitches with the pilot cars and the state troopers up Route 16 in New Hampshire, and it's a 2-lane freaking road, meaning one north, one south. Okay? And you can only pass in certain areas, obviously, and all that bullshit. And you think they'll pull over for you? No. And then they doing the speed limit? No. It took me, instead of taking me 2 hours and 10 minutes to get to where I was going.
But you can't run 50.
It damn near took me almost 4 hours to get there. I wasn't a happy camper.
Yeah. Those things are heavy as hell. And if you're with a good company that's doing it, you're actually on 3 radios fairly continuous. Because you're talking to your damn dickhead up front and behind the pilot cars. You've got another radio that you talk with the fucking dipshits with the blue lights on their cars. And then you've got a third radio you're running back and forth. It's usually intercom inside the truck, talking to the guy driving the ass into the trailer. That little box back there, that back axle, the front rear. Everybody thinks there's chains and shit in there. No, there's somebody sitting in there with a fucking steering wheel, steering the ass into that trailer so you can actually get around shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's like the old fire engines, the old city fire engines.
Yep.
Same thing.
In this area, I see those blades coming through on the trains all the time. And then, of course, a truck's going to have to carry them to location. But, we're kind of like the crossroads of a lot of train tracks here.
Yep.
You'd be absolutely amazed how often dragging those damn things. Your route's pre-planned. You don't pick your route; they give you your damn route.
Oh, absolutely.
You'd be amazed at how many times they route you straight through some little bullshit fucking one mule town. And if that ain't bad enough, it's a place where a regular full-size SUV is gonna have a hard time getting around a corner, and they expect you to go through their 100+ foot damn blade.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you have the CDL.
Yep.
Now it's your responsibility, since you wanted a license, to learn how to drive the truck. If you wreck anything,
Well,
they can blame you.
Right?
I promise you, I can drive the truck, but physics is what they are. There's some shit that something straight just ain't gonna go around that corner. It's like moving furniture. You got a huge couch and a small doorway. Somebody fucked up somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Something's got to give. Yeah.
Well, frankly, they probably don't give a goddamn if it's going to make it or not. It's your responsibility to get it there.
Yeah, they go so slow. But what are you gonna do? I don't particularly like them. Like Cobra said, there's a place for them, just not on top of a mountain.
Right.
Nor do I think that it should be out in the middle of the ocean. We just had a thing down here. They wanted to fill Cape Cod Bay with all them fucking. Are you kidding me? Really? You want to go put them in the water?
No, in the ocean. They need to do that type that I've read about, where they use the waves and the tides that come in and out, that raise and lower buoy type.
The problem with that.
Oh yeah,
things
I've seen those.
that produce the.
But now they're putting it right in the middle of the way for the herring run. I mean, really, you can't do that. There's people fish for people's livelihoods are there. It's like when a state of a town takes over land by quote unquote eminent domain. I hate that.
Right.
I hate that phrase. I hate that phrase, eminent domain, because you know what? It's mine. Well, technically, it's not mine, but I pay for it. I pay taxes on it. Okay, you shouldn't have the right to say, if I have 150 acres of land, all of a sudden we want to put in friggin' high tension wires, and we're going to take 50 acres. You are, Oh, we'll give you a tax abatement, a tax easement. Fuck your tax easement. You know what I mean? I want my land.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just how I am. My dad's like, that's how do you think they put roads and highways in? It's not the point. I said, the point is that today's day and age, okay, with all the technology they have, they don't have to go take people's property away. Too bad.
Well, they have to take somebody's.
Well, no, they don't. Because here's my thing, all right? Because we just shot down a friggin' huge natural gas pipeline. All right, shot it right to shit. All right, it's not going to happen. There were people in people's yards. Guy come out with a gun. What are you doing on my property? Oh, put the gun away. Da, da, da. No, why are you on my property? I'm with her. I don't care who you're with. Go get a cop.
But the edges of your property, when you buy it, there's so much easement on every corner, virtually every direction of your property.
He walked from the street. He walked from the street. He walked from the street, okay, from the main drag, okay, into the man's property, out the other side. He doesn't have to walk through his property to do that. And if he wants to, you knock on the friggin' door, or the night before, the day before, you make a phone call telling you who you are, and that I'm going to be at your house at 2 p.m., because I have to go measure, yada, 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 yada. That's for you, Dish.
I understand that, yeah.
And they didn't do none of that,
that's the thing about the federal government. They think they're all powerful and they can do whatever the hell they want with your property. So,
it's just not the federal government; it's the state and the city.
City. Right. Eminent domain has been abused a lot. Right.
And they can mess things up. I mean, I was proud of my front yard, but they have so much easement onto it,
sidewalks, right?
Where they can come in and they just tear it up, do their thing, and they don't even have to cover the son of a bitch back up.
But they're taking. Are you telling me that they're taking for a sidewalk, right?
No, my sidewalk was already there, but
okay.
The easement is, I want to say 10
by
feet
the way, it's
from
8
the curb.
Feet, 8 feet from the street, 8 feet
Maybe it's
in
8 feet.
property.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay.
So
it's different by county and state.
Right, but at the 8 foot 1 inch mark, It's mine. Beat it.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I had some land. I still have it down in Wichita Falls. It was a nice corner lot, and the lot was pretty decent size, but there was a huge chunk of it that was easement, and there wasn't even sidewalks there. I mean, the road was paved, but there was no sidewalks, but I was not allowed to put a fence. I could only put my fence at certain area off the street because that was designated for a sidewalk that was not there. And I was like, you guys going to put a sidewalk in? No. Why can't I put my damn fence there then? I mean, I was basically on the edge of the city anyway, but whatever.
No, you just get to take care of it and pay taxes on it.
Yeah, I had to take care of it, maintain it. Yep. Same with the alley. You got to take care of your alley. You know, I had an alley behind my house that was always overgrown weeds. If I didn't cut that stuff down, oh, it was my ass. I'd get fined for it. But they never came through there and maintained their alley, but somehow it was my responsibility.
Well, I know here in GA, it's 25 foot off the center line of the highway, which equates to about 15 foot into anybody's property line off the main drag.
Yeah.
And they can do whatever they want to. If state truck wants to come down and pull in your driveway and block it, nothing you can do about it.
Okay, but now out here, they've been putting in a lot of 4-lane and putting a median, you know, a nice wide median in the middle. And even, I don't know how much easement that they've had, but you could tell, okay, when that highway was original, you know, just the two lane, they had the easement of, say, 25 feet or so on each side. But then when they come in here and put in a 4-lane with a median in the middle, some of the houses that I've seen out here in East Texas area is they're within 10 feet of the people's front doors now.
Yeah.
When they used to have 40 feet out there.
Wow.
So I don't understand, unless it was this domain bullshit where they said, no, we've got to use that much of it. So they just take it over and say, you know, we'll pay you a fair price. I don't understand a lot of it.
Right.
It pissed my ass off.
You know, it'd be one thing if they came to you with a proposal like, we would like to buy this land for this much. If you say no, then they're SOL, but they'll just take it. And their values may not be actually what it's worth either. They're going to give you what they consider it to be worth. But you may, that land may have been.
When they built the new Texas Stadium, they did the same thing with the houses and all that they had to acquire over there. They gave them what they said was a fair value. But the people said, no, you know, they've lived there their whole lives, and their kids and everybody else has grown up there. And it's a established part of the town.
Really?
Even a corporation like whoever, you know, Jones or whoever.
Jerry Jones, yeah.
Somehow got it where, okay, well, they didn't want to accept that price. Well, we'll just go in and fucking steal it. And we'll give them just a little bit.
Damn, I didn't know that. Now, I know he went in with the city, so that makes sense how he was able to do it. That's pretty tricky right there. Get in bed with the city so you can take someone's land.
Yep. He did quite a few of them.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know
it's been a few years working.
How about them Cowboys?
And a billionaire that has to have the taxpayers buy his freaking stadium.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's amazing how much money funnels into the NFL and what we put up with as fans or whatever. As long as people are buying tickets and they can sell ad time on TV, the NFL is just going to keep on running rickshot over everything they want.
Yeah. It's a bunch.
I might as well get used to the fact, unless we start bitching really hard at people. Shut up for anybody.
Right.
You just got to kick a little ass somewhere, and you know.
Yeah.
somewhere. Somebody's got to start kicking some ass, or otherwise.
Hell,
Over,
yeah. Where was it that those guys got basically shot and killed for trying to make a stand against the federal land grabs? Was that in Arizona or where was that?
That's happened around here in the last few years, over in Anderson County.
Yeah.
They they were getting ready to expand a highway, take it from 2-lane to 4-lane. The dude refused to sell the property.
Yeah.
And the way the rules work, they'll come in, they'll say, look, we're going to give you this much money for this much of your land. And he said no. And they come back with a second proposal and he still said no. And they come back a third time and they tell you they're condemning your property and they're going to take it for, the state needs it. So they're just going to fucking take it and you ain't getting shit.
Yeah.
Well, he grabbed his rifle, stood on his own porch and said, fuck you, you ain't touching shit. 20 minutes later, SLED, SWAT, FBI, all that shit shows up.
Yep.
About an hour after that, they'd killed his ass.
Damn.
He never fired a shot, and they discharged. I don't remember the exact number, but approximately it was over 1,000 rounds they discharged into the house.
Wow, 1,000 rounds.
They actually hit him.
Well, that's why they use 1,000 rounds so they could hit him.
I was amazed that they used 1,000 rounds and they still hit him. I was thinking at least 1,500.
Yep.
But that kind of highlights. Okay, so if it was happening to everybody at once, maybe like a group of people would take a stand and do something. But it happens to this one person here, so they'll come grab that. And then it'll happen to this person separately here. They'll come grab that. So no one's ever united on trying to keep their property. And unfortunately, like, people die because the feds just come in and take.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize that they do that to them, but it happens.
Yep.
The company I used to work for, we built interstates, and we had this one job, and it was a state job, and on the job there were actually 6 houses, and the houses were condemned. There was nothing wrong with them. I mean, nothing. One of them was out of the late 1800s, old hand axe hewn beams and shit like that, exposed rafters in the roofs and shit. Beautiful old place. We literally were told you've got 90 days to find a new place to put it or push it in.
Wow.
We had that particular house, we actually turned around and paid a company ourselves to load it up on skids and move it. 6 foot was all that had to be moved, but we had it moved, 30, 40 yards, and it sat there on the skids until we were finally able to give that house to somebody. The other 5, I drove straight through them with a Cat 963B track loader.
Yep.
Turned them into brush piles. It's fucking ridiculous, but that's the way it works. They took those people's land, their home, moved them out. I mean, they literally went in, by force and removed them from their property.
Right. Oh.
Felt like a fucking pig, man.
Wow. Can you imagine the trauma as a family going through
when they
that?
do this to historical monuments in town, make way for progress.
Really?
Yep.
Land that's been, in your families for, 6, 7 generations. And
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what. All right, we'll change gears, but same thing, right? As much as I love them and as much as I had season tickets to them for 23 years, so the New England Patriots decided they're going to build a new stadium years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they wound up keeping them in Massachusetts because they were thinking about moving to Connecticut. It didn't go that way, but here's the thing. There was a trailer park. And it was in the way of parking. But here's the glitch, okay? Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, said, "Here's what's going to happen. I have to take the. I'm the owner of the land. I'm taking the land. However, if you so choose that you want to stay in the town of Foxborough, Massachusetts, I will build you a house or buy you a house, whichever one you want. And you will not be homeless. You will not be, displaced and all that."
See, that's a decent thing to do.
He bought everybody that wanted, bought them all a house.
Mm-hmm.
Bought them all out. And I don't mean some $110,000 house. He $300-something thousand houses. Yep.
That's legit.
Yep.
I
mean, he still took it.
Stadium. It wasn't the stadium property that, or where the stadium is built that the houses and stuff are. It's the parking lots where the houses
Parking lots.
So they made the parking lots where families live.
Yeah. So they probably started the deal like the stadium's going to go here on this land. And then they expanded. Oh, we need this for parking.
Right.
What's killing me is that we have all these signs around my town. Drake-it is a farming community, but yet there's still. We put a thing in the town where the farms that are here now can't sell their property to a developer. Okay, the town will take it, and it comes out of state something or another, agricultural, yada yada yada. So what we did was, it just so happens it's one of the captains that died in 9/11 and flying one of those airplanes. His widow, they own hundreds of acres of land. And so what they did is that she wanted just 3.5 acres of land out of what they had. So what she did was she took the 3.5 acres that surrounded her house. By the way, it's not, and that's what she pays taxes on, is 3.5 acres of land. Everything else is done through the state and whatever, because they're all agricultural, to keep the farm. But now what they're doing now is that, like, they just had 90 acres, 80 acres, whatever the hell it was. And the same fund, the same thing so the town, what the town does, the town will buy the land to keep it woods, for people to recreate on and all that. Well, the guy that owned it said, "I don't want to sell it to the town." He sold it to the developer, and now they're putting houses everywhere. Before the census comes out, there's going to be 40,000 people in my town.
40,000.
That many people around me. God almighty.
It's 35 now, 34.
Jeez.
Mike, what kind of restaurants you got in your town?
Wow, there's the chains. We got here in my town we don't have we have a Scola's Italian restaurant. It's pretty decent. More pizza shops than anything, but for dinners,
Really?
like a place to eat dinner, yeah. There's a Greek sub shop every other corner. There's got to be 6, 7 Dunkin' Donuts in the friggin' town.
Damn, Dunkin'.
I'm trying to think. Agnes
Red
Beef.
Lobster? You got a Red Lobster?
No.
Gear
Let me tell you something. Gear. Come on, bro. Sass Green. What's up, my brother? Red Lobster. Let me tell you something. If they had Red Lobster next door to my house, I wouldn't go. If they gave it to me,
you promised me a real lobster dinner if I ever come visit.
I will. I will buy you a lobster dinner if you ever come visit.
I got things written down. I remember.
I have no problem with that.
I got a little binder full of all this stuff.
Otis, how are you? Sass Green, congratulations, buddy. I don't know if you got my email back or not, but congratulations. That's freaking awesome.
Is the pizza good there?
Yeah, it all depends what you like. It all depends what. I mean, what kind of pizza? There's so many different kind of pizzas around here. It's not even funny. You
I
got
like
your Greek
pepperoni.
pizza. Yeah, but you got your Greek pizza. Greeks make it different than the Italians, and then the Italians make it two ways. They make it with a sweet sauce and not sweet sauce. Sweet sauce is disgusting.
I don't.
And then they have New York style pizza sold here. So that's pretty cool.
Mike, take them to Santapio's.
Centapio's, there you go. We'll take it to Centapio's.
That's like my
Up
town.
there, start making old Ford style pizza.
Yep. Oh, hey, Blues Girl, I got some bad news for you there, Dollface. The Hilltop is closed. It has been for about, I'm going to say almost 3 years.
Damn.
But I would say not in Andover. Take them to East Boston.
Yeah, no, East Boston. You
East
gotta go
Boston's
to East Boston.
way better.
Oh,
You
yeah.
like
absolutely.
lamb? They got lamb there too. It's really good.
Yep.
Mike, what you say your town is around 30, 40,000, something like that, but
it's about 30. Right now, it's about 34,000. Yes.
But the metropolitan area it's a burb of something, right?
Boston.
Yeah. So what's the metro area population?
I don't know what you mean. Oh, I don't know. Million something.
You mean
it's got to be because
my town is not quite 14,000, but I'm in the Dallas metropolitan area, so we're talking 7 million.
Well, yeah, that's
so
what I
driver.
mean.
Yeah, you drive visually. You don't realize you wouldn't know you were going into another town if you didn't see a sign. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you get in the Boston area and that's where most of the population is in Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, I've been to Beantown quite a few different times.
But you get out towards my way and it's not like that.
And it drops to 20,000, 18,000, 16,000 people in the town. Okay, so that's why I mean, like I got Lowell. It's the city of Lowell right beside me. Okay, and that's got like 90,000 people in it. So you get two towns side by side with 120,000 people in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Methuen, on the other side of me, Methuen, Mass. They probably got what 20, 29, 30,000. So it's.
But the lifestyle is so much different from, your town. But then you put that size of a town in the Midwest, and that's a pretty good size city, not town.
I'll put it to you this way, okay? My town population, and it's a town because it's board of selectmen. It's not mayor. I'm not a mayor or anything like that. Okay. Town hall. What do you call it? There, elections and all that bullshit. All right. My town has just about the same population as Bangor, Maine. When Bangor, Maine is a city.
Yeah. Isn't it Maine's largest city?
No, Portland is Maine's largest city.
Portland.
I'll give you another little tidbit. Hopefully Joe B's still here. Maine has what is it? How many? I think Maine only has something to the effect of the whole state only has like 1,000,007 people living in the whole state, and 3/4 of that live south of Portland and south. Okay, what is that? Who's staticky?
That's
Rich.
Yeah, that's Rich, I believe.
I
Is
muted
that
you.
you?
Rich, if you can hear us, I muted you because you were static and something fierce.
It's like an air conditioner blowing directly into the mic.
Yeah, it's an
What did he say?
All right, thank you, Gerald. Joby, 1.3 million people in the whole state of Maine. The whole state. Maine's a freaking big state if you look at it. Okay.
Christ, that's the corner of Pennsylvania.
No, it's good size. It's 6 hours, 7 hours from north to south.
No, I mean 1.3 million people is just the one corner of here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I only have 2,400 people in my town.
Put it to you this way: there's 1.3 million people in the whole state of Maine. There's something to the effect of 750,000 or 800 something thousand people in the city of Boston.
Damn. I'm looking at my state that I'm in now, Wyoming, 587,910 people for the whole state.
Yeah.
I know my town, and I'm in the capital, Cheyenne. There's only 60,000 people here. And I would say a good majority, there's a good amount of people that are basically Air Force, because we have the Air Force base here. So, and there ain't much around us.
The Chair Force?
The Chair Force. It's only the most powerful branch of the military ever.
Be nice. My son's in the Air Force.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Listen, my brother did 6 years in the Navy and then left. You know, he got out, did his 6 years, left. Went into now this is him. He called it the Chair Force, not me.
No, that's an old joke. It's funny.
He was in the Air Force for 3 years, right? And he couldn't. He's like, this is too weird for me. This is just like way weird. We do more. And
what job was he doing? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
But Blues Grill, if you have a little something in Maine, come up and check it out. We're in Maine. You don't have to tell me the town, but what, like, you know, north central Maine, western Maine, and the Hampshire border. You know, Route 1, the coast. Where are you? I was just talking to somebody today at work. There's only 16 miles that separate Mass from Maine. It says Maine used to be part of Massachusetts for all the historians out there. Yep, the only two states in the Union that celebrate Patriots Day. Okay, it's Maine and Massachusetts.
Yeah, Connecticut used to be part of Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Well, now you want to talk about Texas?
Yeah, everything was a territory of Texas at one time. So, what are we talking about here?
Well, I was in part of New Hampshire was too, but that would have been really so cool to have a state like that. You know, Mass, part of New Hampshire, and Maine. For the Northeast, that's kind of big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was one of the things when Texas, one of the deals that had to be made to become a state was they had to give up a lot of their territory. And I like to rib people because I'm up here in Wyoming, and I'm like, this is a territory of Texas. And they're like, oh, hell no, it's not. Like, look at your history. And sure enough, I mean, it cuts all the way up through here. That's how big the Republic of Texas used to be.
How cold? Sask, what is that in Fahrenheit? What does -5 Celsius turn out to be in Fahrenheit? Anybody
20?
quick with math?
20, 25, something like that.
That's Sask Green's weather right now.
What is it?
He's at -5 Celsius right now.
Ooh.
That's his weather right now.
Yeah, you said he was living just south of the North Pole, right?
Yeah, he's out there. Sask. Cold as hell Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
G Trappers in Bismarck.
Bismarck.
Thank you, DSW. And by the way, how are you tonight? Dover Foxcroft. That's a beautiful section of Maine Blues, girl. Beautiful section. Absolutely beautiful up there. Ain't that right, Gerald B? T-shirt weather, Seth says, yeah. 23 degrees Fahrenheit.
What?
Dude, you'll be ice fishing before Halloween.
Jeez. Yeah, we're in that period here where we'll dip down into the 30s at night, and then it'll creep up all the way up into 60s or 70s. It's crazy. That's the month we're in right now.
Yep.
Our problem is like wind during the winter. The wind starts kicking up in this area, and it'll be 20 degrees outside, but good grief, that wind just cuts through you.
Joby, how far north? Like Baxter State Park? Hey, there you go, Blues girl. Go ahead, John.
I'm gonna have to be boogieing here.
Hey, Tom, this night can't get any better. I had K-Bar user on the panel and in the chat room, and I had John the M.I. Woodsman come back, and he's in the thing. Tom, I appreciate you coming on the panel, and it's always a pleasure to talk with you. It's the first time I think I've talked to you on a chat.
Well, yeah, it's the first time I've been on a chat in 2 years because Google threw me off for stating my political opinions.
Really?
Wow.
Literally, they put a banner across my computer screen says I have been banned.
Wow.
I bitched at them about 2 weeks ago, and they let me back on, obviously. So next week, I'll be able to get the laptop up and running with lighting and all that happy crap.
Cool.
And,
before you leave, I want to tell a funny story to everybody here.
Funny story time.
Well, it's not funny. It's just funny to me.
Oh. Okay.
So when I first came to YouTube, I wasn't making any videos. I would watch videos. I would comment on them. And Tom was one of those guys that I first started watching. And I commented on all this stuff. And so when I finally got the courage up to do my own video, my first video, Tom commented on mine. And he's the one that started with all the ahs and, the Massachusetts lingo, so to speak.
Excuse me for a minute, you guys. Excuse me, Mike. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
go ahead.
It keeps saying that I am muting Rich the Tactical Plumber.
Stop doing it.
Do you see where it keeps saying that I'm doing it? I'm doing it?
Hang on. Let me go back and look because I'm not in the internal.
I mean, I hit it, when it was so staticky, I hit it once and muted him. And it says I've hit it 3 times then and 3 times since then. And then my comment saying, hey, I didn't mute him. And then it comes up underneath there again that I muted him.
Yeah, but I just unmuted myself. It's not a big deal.
There it goes again. Well, see?
It's kind of like when...
Driver, can you click off of the mute? How's that work?
My pointer's not anywhere close to it.
Driver, it's not a big deal. I'm muting myself.
Maybe it's
every time you mute yourself, it's saying I did it.
That's funny, Tom. Maybe it's just a mute point. That's a good one, Tom.
Mute point.
I like that. But so Tom finally said, "Oh well, we finally get to hear your voice after all this time of you commenting and us not being able to hear it." And Tom actually started the ball rolling with the R's and everything because that's the first thing people always said, But and that was shit. It had to be all 3 years ago, anyways, 3.5 years ago. So
yeah, at least.
But Tom, thanks for coming on. It's much appreciated.
Hey, no problem. I'm glad I could make it here. Funny odd thing is, I went back to my subscribers not too long ago. You were like one of the first 10 that subscribed to my channel.
Yep. I found you through what's his name? I don't even think he's on YouTube anymore. What was his name? I'll have to go back on my first video and look because I thanked him too. But I found him through you. He's you gotta go check Tom out. So it was good times.
All right, guys. Well, I'll catch you next week, and like I said, I'll be able to get the laptop up and running so you could actually see my wonderful face.
Awesome, Tom.
Be safe.
We'll talk to you soon.
You guys have a great night.
Later.
All right, good night.
No, it's just getting out of here is gonna be a fun part.
Just hit the red button.
Hit the red button. I don't have it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Good night, guys.
Good night. Yeah, Dover is nice, ain't it, Cheryl? You're in trouble now, Blues, because if I hear that you're up there, then you can get to meet Cheryl because he's closer to that than me. But I consider Maine like my Alaska, you guys, for those. Why does Mike always talk about Maine? Because Mike's probably not going to get to Alaska.
Yeah.
So the closest thing I have to Alaska is Maine. So, I think it's a beautiful state. So, I think that Cobra in that whole area out there, Tolly, being in Minnesota, that's just God's country out there.
Yeah.
They tell me, Dish tells me, and Steve, if he was here, he would tell you that the upper part of Michigan, they call it the UP. I'd never been out there. I shouldn't say that. I've been to Minnesota, but I've never been to Michigan. But I've been told, and I watch videos, that the place is unbelievable. So that's what Maine is for me.
Yeah, well, Texas is definitely God's country. Wyoming, yeah, it used to be a territory of Texas, so yeah, I'll rope it in there too.
I wouldn't mind going through Montana. My sister did that. Yeah, my sister was a teacher at one time, and she did the whole summer, and they went out to Montana, Wyoming, the Idahos, the Dakotas, Idaho. They ran that whole Northwest gamut, and she went on and saw Rushmore. She went and did all that stuff. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Watch out when they put the wind warnings out up there for high-profile vehicles. People just don't pay attention to that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Interstate 80 runs right through here.
See them laid over all the time, don't you?
Yep. They're constantly getting shut down for wind.
And I'll tell you who lives in absolute, God's country. Sask, what do you got for a population out there? About 10? No, just kidding, buddy. Sask.
More dogs than people.
Right? Sask. For those, because he's here now, you guys can see that he's typing. Go check out Sask Green 13th Man's channel. You want to talk about? I mean, his ice gets like 3 feet deep, or better. And they're ice fishing in friggin' April, for Christ's sakes. They start in November to go to April.
Damn.
But no, it's beautiful out there, and he's right. He's not even joking. I was watching some videos on it. They have some absolute huge bucks out there. I mean, you'll find big bucks anyway. Don't misunderstand me. But they are world record beating bucks. There's been a few shot around here, 235, 245, 10, 12 pointers. That's a big freaking deer.
Yeah.
That's a big freaking deer. Especially for out here. Where there's more cars than people, and they get hit every other friggin', Yeah, G-Trapper, you especially being an outdoorsman, I'm telling you, you're going to like that channel. Yeah, hey, G-Trapper, when do you start all your stuff? When do you start trapping, and when's all that stuff happen?
Hello.
Gerald B says he was just driving, and his Yukon with the 5.7 Vortec just died. Like installed, and the scanner reads everything is checking good.
Yeah.
Your scanner's wrong or the plug's wrong.
Well, what the scanner doesn't tell them is it's a GM product.
Right. Actually,
Check your gas cap.
GM's not bad, but the thing of it is that
I actually like all
the thing of it,
all three big three vehicles or whatever, GM, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, whatever the hell they're called now. I'm more of a Ford guy nowadays, but
yeah, me too.
I just wish more of the vehicles were made here in the USA. So we have US, we have US country or US automobile manufacturers shipping their manufacturing off to Mexico and places like that.
If you think about it, more of the foreign-made vehicles are made here now than the American-made.
Toyota, Nissan. I mean, you want an American-built car? You go to Toyota, Nissan, Honda. Hyundai. Yeah, it's ridiculous. How are they able to do it here? That's what I don't understand. How do they do it here? But our companies go south. Unions.
They're saying union.
Yeah, unions.
What they're saying.
Well, it's between the unions, and it's a lot of things though. They don't get the tax break. They don't get the. It's a variety of.
Right.
Yeah,
and you know what? You're a businessman.
They get the tax breaks.
But if you're a businessman and the name of the game is to make money, come on. If we were conglomerates like that, we'd probably be doing the same thing.
Yeah, but what gets me when get back here to politics, those that think that go ahead and tax the really rich that much more. Well, the really rich, all they're going to do is just pass it on. Pass it right down. So we're in it all. So
yeah.
So I see it as the other way. I see it as lowering the taxes, and that gives them the chance to build some more places, hire some more people. That's the way I see it.
Right.
Give them a tax break.
Well, it's the free it's a whole free trade thing that happened in NAFTA or whatever the hell it's called.
I never worked for a poor man.
Yeah. So it's cheaper for businesses to move out and move down to Mexico and import the product back up here than it is for Americans to make it. That's what sucks.
Right.
So we kind of lost on that deal right there. I mean, there's still...
Well, some of the stupid things that they do, like when I was driving a reefer truck and stuff, I would pick up oranges and let's say Starkist is Florida, right? I'd pick up California oranges, run them down to Florida, put them in one side of the building, go on the back side of the building, load up the same bunch of oranges, but they've been stamped Starkist from Florida, and then take them back out to California so they can sell them as Starkist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's been a long time since I drove over the road, but I remember picking up some stupid stuff and hauling it, and I'm like, what the hell?
Gerald B says he had to drag the Yukon to the wife's uncle's a mile up the road with a Ford and a chain. Said I should have recorded it. No shit. That'd have been awesome. But this is why I'm looking forward to going to Maine, hunting the second week of November. So by the way, whatever that second Friday in November, there won't be a Quagmire.
Night, Sash.
All right, Sash, good seeing you. Take care of yourself, all right? That's awesome. What a great guy. Right. Walked out tonight in the chat.
I gotta go take a piss. I'll be right back.
You should leave one, not take it with you.
I'm gonna take it up to the bathroom.
Okay.
and then piss it into the toilet. Because I'm civilized out here. I don't know how you guys do it on the east. But,
I had an outhouse.
He's probably walk out.
I do it. I usually do it on a wheel.
Hey, I had an outhouse in my car.
Right in between the axles, right?
Yeah.
I'm just checking the tires. Yep.
Thumping them. Yep.
All right, I'll be right back.
Mopa.
Yeah, Mike, I thought your box trucks were, I wouldn't have thought that you'd have anything smaller than, what is it, a Chevy 550 or something like that.
Yeah, no, our box trucks were the Isuzus, the three small.
Those are little cab over trucks, right? You're sitting on top of the motor.
Yeah, little cab overs. But then we have the Freightliner. That's a 4600, I believe. I think it's 4600. I could be wrong on that, driver. But that's all air brakes. None of us have fucking endorsements or anything like that for air brakes, but
Well, I've delivered a lot of those little freight shakers.
Yeah, but they're not good. They suck after 215,000, 205,000 miles. They suck. You gotta get rid of them. The computers are horrible in it. We have nothing but problems.
Well, I tell you, I've been in them, especially the automatic ones.
Yep.
Where you have a good strong headwind, and you can't get 45, 50 mile an hour.
Right. Well, we got them because Ryder does. We at least have trucks through Ryder, and they set the governors at 65 or 66 or some shit like that. All right, Blues Girl. Thanks for coming. It's good seeing you.
Be safe out there.
And I'll take care of that, Blues. Don't worry.
She's a cool lady. I like Blues Girl.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta get some water. I am absolutely dying in here. I'll be right back.
Yeah, driver, you're right. Little trucks like Mike's talking about.
Yeah.
With a headwind, you're screwed. They don't have anywhere near the power they need to drag their own ass out the road.
Oh, like I said, I've delivered a lot of them with 3 other trucks on the back of it, trying to get somewhere. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
This Blues Girl, I've been sub to her. She doesn't do any videos, does she? I've never seen one from her anyway that's come across on my.
Trying to remember, I don't think she's ever done a video. See her in a lot of the chats and stuff there.
Okay, so when I check and I'm sub to them, I said, well, I guess they haven't made any because they sure don't come across.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard for me to keep up with all those that do make them, but I've recognized the name, I think, a little bit better if they produce one once in a while. I say that like I make them.
And you know how Google's going around fucking all of us. You wonder why you ain't seen a video from a buddy of yours in a while or something, and you go to look and you're not sub to them no more. Now they're fucking me even worse. I'm scrolling through the damn little whatever the hell it is, you first pull YouTube up, the videos from the folks you're sub to.
Yeah.
And there'll be videos there for motherfuckers I ain't got a goddamn clue who the fuck they are.
Yep.
Goddamn Google's and suddenly one of them was some fuck was that cocksucker? He was some damn raghead or camel junkie or some shit like it.
Be nice.
Why the fuck would I sub to somebody I can't even understand what the hell they're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
Well, I get to that word. What do they call it? Suggested videos for you or something like that. That's on the top of the line usually.
Yep. But like, I don't see Joe's Neon's videos anymore on my thing. I don't see Working Class Woodsman. A good friend of mine's video. A good friend. I can't see his freaking videos anymore.
Yeah.
And
I'm back. I caught what you guys are saying about videos.
I'm losing custom. Subs like there's no tomorrow.
You're losing subs? Yeah, me too. I've been seeing the same thing Stump was just talking about. People I'm sub to, I won't get the notification they put a vid out, but I'll get some random a-hole that I'm not sub to up on my when I click subscribers or whatever to scroll through. I won't see all their videos. I'll see some random dudes sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really annoying.
Yeah, it is.
So.
Yep. Yeah.
Not to
we're only going to go about another 20 minutes or so. Mikey's
20 minutes. I just what are you crazy? I just cracked this open.
Sorry.
It looks like it. I thought you just went and drained that.
Yeah, I gotta fill back up. That's how the tank works.
You have issues with that some bitch and beers. It'll last you 20 minutes. It's gonna be warm as piss by the time that happens.
Oh, I got more over there. Come on now.
I never drank a warm beer in my life. Not one.
Warm. I've drank warm beer.
We're about the only country that likes cold beer. But
I was gonna say, go over to Europe and stuff, and
Ireland and all that. They all like a warm,
those freaks think that beer should
temperature.
be warm. They don't even believe in ice.
I tell you, man, when I was over in Ireland, there's no such thing as a cold beer over there.
No,
Room
temperature.
That motherfucker's room temp, and once you get used to that, oh shit, it's good that way. You finally got her finished there, Cobra?
Yeah, finally.
Apparently,
nice.
Apparently, I'm pissing off P-NASCARs and Groovy. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, I need to look over here.
I got someplace to be tomorrow morning, and I got to get some rest. I've been up since 5:20 this morning.
Yeah, but how many naps you take, Mike?
I took a nap at lunch.
He took his glasses off. It's like, I got to remember how many.
Well, with Mikey and running two dogs, tell us how much chance he gets to sleep during lunch.
Or during the chat.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I'm pretty stoked he hadn't fallen asleep yet.
Stump, why don't you use your wrench and take care of the guy from Massachusetts?
If he's in the chat, I can't get rid of him. Only you can.
Because he don't talk like me.
No, he talks normal.
No, he don't. He talks like he's from friggin' Rhode Island or Connecticut. They talk funny down there.
He's got a little northern twang, but it ain't bad as some folks.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying he don't talk as odd as some other people I know.
Yeah, Mike, I didn't have to be in until 8 o'clock this morning. It was like I wasted half the day.
Right.
Going in that late, it just felt wrong.
Nice.
Mike, let me just tell you, everybody was all over us last weekend trying to wake you up.
I wasn't
because
sleeping.
They were worried. You most certainly were. Everybody was like, someone wake him up because we're afraid he's not alive.
Michelle calls my cell phone, right? And I see it the next morning. What? No, you guys. When I'm up at 4 a.m., going at 2 o'clock in the morning just isn't good for me.
Yeah,
I'm old now.
I understand, buddy.
I am old.
We can tell when you are actually sleeping versus when you're actually texting with somebody or whatever.
Although it did start out as texting. That is the truth.
Yeah.
That's the gospel truth. I had my phone like this, and I was texting. The problem is I went like this. I got no air, and out like a light. I went.
And I knew you were actually out of
no air
when the glare from the phone wasn't showing up in your glasses anymore. I knew you were out then.
Right. But I was a mannequin. 234, how you been? Good to see you. 234 says he's at the hunting shack You purposely don't put my beer in the fridge to keep everybody else from drinking it up. I hear you.
That's a nice trick.
But seriously, even when I started drinking at 15, 16 years old, I never drank a warm beer. It could be 110 degrees outside. The fucking beer wasn't getting warm. You know why? It didn't last long enough to get fucking warm.
Okay.
Didn't last long enough.
So you always had beer in the fridge, ready to go.
Fridge, cooler, hand, it didn't matter. It was always on the go. I was a mannequin. I guess I was. And I got rid of my headache too. I had a headache for 12 days straight.
Damn.
It still comes back like when I cough, it hurts right here. But
yeah,
dude, I was like wincing. I'd be at work. I'd be driving the truck, driving my car to work. I'd be like this. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, really?
Driving, Oh, yeah.
Light sensitive?
No, not really. It was just hurt. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I've had a few migraines. They suck. Headaches suck.
Well, the thing I was worried about is that it wasn't a migraine because I drank more caffeine than you can shake a stick at, and that's all a migraine.
I can shake a stick at quite a bit of stuff.
Well, that's all a migraine pill is like 200% caffeine.
Yeah.
So, I drank Mountain Dew like there was no tomorrow, Coca-Cola like there was no tomorrow, and it still didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I took 2 or 3 Excedrins at work one day, and that worked pretty well.
Nice.
But yeah, it was been painful for 12 days.
Damn.
And my wife was more concerned it might have been, from high blood pressure or something.
I was about to ask that. I didn't want to pry too much.
I told her this morning, dude. I said, if this persists, I said I'm going to look to see the next day I'm working in the warehouse and not driving, and I'm going to go to the doctor see what the hell's what because I can't. So like right now it hurts right there only because I just got done coughing, but nothing like it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm on high blood pressure medicine right now, and I've been on it for years. Hell, I got on it when I was, some people say it's weight related and stuff, but I'm 6 foot. Yeah, I'm 6'2". I started having high blood pressure when I weighed $170, and
yeah.
I mean I was skinny and working all the time, all that stuff, and I just was having these migraines and went in and it was the blood pressure was always high. Once that came down, I have a whole lot less migraines. I'll get them every once in a while. Don't, but
now do you get sick?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've never thrown up. I'll get nauseous, real light sensitive. It's weird for me. I can't lay down with them. I have to like either stand up or like be sitting in my recliner. I need to be up.
Oh,
type
really?
thing. Yeah, so at night, and it's usually at night when they would come on, and it's been a little bit since I had them, thankfully. But yeah, I would have to stand up. So I mean, it'd be like all night, like I can't lay down, sleep. It just made it worse. Right. But since I got my blood pressure under control, it's helped a whole lot. Not 100%, but it's definitely eased them up quite a bit. I used to take Midrin for them, and I don't know what's in that. I don't know what's in that, but
what's one begins with an A? That's the one my mom does.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine was Midrin, started with an M. But yeah, I'm glad I don't have them like I used to, and of course, high blood pressure can cause strokes and all that stuff. And
well, yeah, that's what she was worried about, And I'm like,
keep that under control.
Yep.
Yeah, and
because heart disease, that's all through my family, rampant,
Yeah, I've been on the aspirin regimen since 2002, since my bypass and all that. But they said my heart was doing great. It was just the plumbing getting there. But still, I got aspirin a day along with two or three different kind of blood pressure medications and cholesterol and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to take my cholesterol medicine, pills. But you know what? That cholesterol medicine makes me fucking nauseous.
Really? Yeah, my cholesterol has always been good.
When
but
I take it, I have to eat something on it because it will if I don't. I don't care if it's a biscuit or a cookie or a piece of toast. I got to have something with that cholesterol. Otherwise, it just I feel nauseous.
Yep. Sucks.
Yeah.
All right, Ikea.
Yeah, blood pressure medication and all that.
All right, G-Trap, it's no big deal. We'll probably be gone by the time we get back, but thank you for coming.
Yeah, some of this, I think, I've talked to the docs and they claim that, like the headaches and stuff aren't hereditary, but my dad had migraines. I remember growing up and he had migraines so bad, worse than I ever did. And he would get so sick and be throwing up and all that stuff. And similar to me, he couldn't lay down with them. So I think some of that stuff's hereditary. I don't think I had it as bad as he did, but and part of his, he finally got his blood pressure under control too.
Have any of you ever had to take? Have any of you ever had to take niacin?
No.
No.
I take.
That stuff sets you on fire.
Does it? And that's for your heart.
It was to break down cholesterol that they thought might be getting in your whatever veins in your neck, carotid artery.
Yep. So a buddy of mine has his operation. They started right there in the carotid. Boom. Open him right up.
Wow.
Yeah. It's weird how they do
4 years.
Go ahead,
about
Richie.
4 years ago, I stopped. I wasn't behaving myself, not taking my blood pressure medication, and started getting nosebleeds really bad. And went to the doctor, and he said, "You're a very lucky man. You got a nosebleed because you probably would have stroked out if you had it."
Wow.
It was so high. So I don't mess around with that no more. I take two. I take losartan and carvedilol. Faithfully.
Carvedilol is one of mine.
Yeah, I take losartan. Well, they call it Cozar. I think
Cozar, yep.
That may be the generic. I don't know which is which. I take tenolol, and then they have me on a HTZ or HTCZ, basically a diuretic. So it's like a 3.
I take that too.
Like a 3 combo now that they've kind of cocktailed together to keep it under control.
Now I'm fighting the diabetes too. That's my big thing now. This week's been a rough week. I've been really sick. It spiked on me. He actually just put me on the pen today. So.
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
I was down at like 5.5, and then in like 3 months it went to 7.9 on the A1C. So.
Come in. Sandy's back.
It's a fat thing, though.
Sandy's going to be mad at Mike tonight. All right, you guys. It is now the witching hour, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's only 10:59 here.
What a cool chat tonight. Hey, PG, what's up? Had an absolute fun time. Johnny and my woodsman came back. Tom the K-Bar user came on the panel. It's just a great night. I saw Sats Green, 13th man. Just been a great night on YouTube. Sitting here with all my friends and just talking shit and having fun.
Yeah, we didn't have Steve though.
That's all right. It's all right. We'll pick on him tomorrow.
You're the only one really missed him, Cozy. It'll be all right.
That's why I came here.
Yeah, we'll leave that thought with you guys. We'll leave that man love thought with you guys. But I do want to say goodnight. Uncle Kyle, I hope you enjoyed the chat. And for everybody, all the silent watchers, I hope you guys enjoyed the chat too. And we'll talk to you all soon.
Boom.
All right.